To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
It looks like things are getting worse for Shannon Sharpe because the Shannon Sharpe accuser confronted him over alleged R word. No means no. And we also have an article about Shannon Sharpe offering this lady $10 million not to even file this lawsuit. Now we're going to go in this. We're just going to take the evidence and we're going to go from there. All I can do is tell you what I'm reading. I don't take any sides. This is just what's going on right now. And Shannon Sharpe, in my opinion, it looks like it's over with. I'm Mo J. This is the Mo You Know. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going to try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. It is 3:45 in the morning for me right now while I'm recording it. But let's jump into this article. It's two articles that we have, one from TMZ Sports and the other from Deadline, where that's talking about his lawyer admitting to a $10 million settlement so this case wouldn't even come out. Shannon Sharpe's accuser confronted him over an alleged January 2025 ex-assault with a newly released text message showing the woman told him no means no, Shannon. The convo took place on the evening of January 2nd, 2025, the day Jane Doe alleged in her lawsuit that Shannon R-worded her. So this is the day after New Year's of 2025. And what they're about to get into now is the actual text messages. So viewer discretion advised. It will be a little graphic, but we're going to go through these messages and see what she actually has to say about Shannon and the conversation between them two on January 2nd, 2025. The first message says, from Gabby to Shannon, allegedly. They got it blocked out, but it says, I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not to put it in her behind, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. And this message was read at January 2nd, 2025 at 4:16 a.m. The next message from Gabby, it says, I don't know how to process this. This is about a couple of minutes right after. And then Shannon's response allegedly just says, can I call you later? Now, he didn't give a response. He just wanted to call. Now, me personally, if I didn't do something, I'd be like, whoa, what are you talking about in these messages? I did none of that. Shannon just said he wanted to talk. And in this case, keeping your messages off of there and talking, okay. But we also have audio that released. Now, again, I'm not vouching for anybody. I'm not taking any sides. All I'm doing is giving my opinion and perspective. Then it just gives us a summary. The Jane Doe tells Sharpe in a message, I cried when you left because I begged you to put on a condom and not to put it in her behind. I don't care what our history is, she added. No means no, Shannon. We learned that at an early age. I think they're saying she's 22 years old, and this started when she was 20. Shannon Sharpe is 56 now, so around 54. They do have a kinky relationship, and we've seen the text messages that Shannon released, but we definitely didn't see Shannon releasing these messages, and obviously because he has to build up a defense for himself. But if we look at what his lawyers say, it kind of has you wondering, why would he offer her $10 million? She went on to tell Sharpe, I don't know how to process this. And in response, Shannon asked if he could call her later. It's unclear if the two were able to talk about the matter on the phone. The text messages were released to TMZ Sports along with hundreds of others on Tuesday afternoon. Most of the messages show what appears to be a kinky, consensual relationship between the two. But we all know consent can go into non-consent because no means no. You could be in the act, and if they say no, you need to stop what you're doing, and that's it. It's a wild world in here. But as adults, you need to understand and fully comprehend that there's consequences to your actions. Here's a couple of messages from the quote unquote kinky messages. This is from Gabby to Shannon, allegedly. It says, I want to be abused, daddy. And then the second message says, I want like some hardcore BDSM action though. So the relationship seems consensual. I think that they said that she's an OnlyFans girl. I don't I don't know what else to say about this situation. We're just going off the text messages. We know Shannon released messages that were backing up this here where it was consensual and kinky, but of course he didn't release any of the other messages, and now they're starting to release their side. This article here is from Deadline, and it says both lawyers from Shannon Sharpe and the Accuser confirmed that the First Take co-host earlier this year offered to pay $10 million to make the allegations go away. Yet the former NFL player also says today the whole thing is just a shakedown. Well, I'm not offering anybody $10 million if I know I didn't do anything. But if you wanted to make this go away, it's kind of contradicting. How is it a cash grab or a shakedown if you're the one that offered $10 million? If it was a shakedown, you could take all of this information, go to court, and then do the defamation case or try to file that they are trying to shake you down. Now, again, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just reading what's going on and giving you guys the information. So it's up to you to decide. You know, the public opinion is always going to give what they think. We're going to have to see where it goes from here. But offering $10 million to make a lawsuit go away, I understand it, but I don't know if I would have took that angle. All right, let me know what you think about this whole situation. It is early in these details. It's only been 2 days since the actual civil suit has been dropped, and we see both sides doing whatever they need to do in preparation for this lawsuit. Maybe it gets settled out of court, but she is asking for $50 million. She turned down the $10 million that was offered to her in the beginning to make this whole thing go away. We seen the same thing in the Diddy case. They said maybe Diddy had offered her 20 million, but Cassie declined all of that. And then she got a larger lump sum. We'll see how this plays out. I'll keep you guys up to date. Let me know what you think. I'm Modi J. This is the Mo You Know. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. You have a good evening. Be safe.